Good meeting you, brother. See you.
Some people go into the forest for peace. Others come back with stories they can't explain. These 6 real camping encounters are disturbing, raw, and captured on film. Let's get into the first one. And be warned, it only gets more unsettling from here. The first video tonight comes from Campin' with Champion, a US-based solo adventure channel documenting stealth camping, roadside survival, and improvised outdoor exploration. The content focuses on real-time decision-making, environmental awareness, and the challenges of camping in unconventional locations. It is August 30th, 2025, in Alabama, United States, at a roadside camp set beneath trees near a commercial area.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Champion. This is Camping with Champion, and tonight I'm gonna be camping under this tree on the side of the highway. So there's these 2 trees with a small opening underneath them, and I'm pretty sure I can climb under there and spend the night. I'm currently on my little scooter making my way there right now. You're gonna notice that these trees are very close to Lowe's. Literally across the street from Lowe's. You can't expect me to quit stealth camping at Lowe's cold turkey, okay? Like, this isn't at Lowe's, it's across the street. I'm winging myself off of it. I am very close to the spot. What I think I'm gonna do is pull up to the spot, take my bags off, and stuff them under the trees, and then I'm gonna leave. I will keep an eye on my spot. I'm gonna kind of ride around this area, keeping an eye out, and making sure no one comes. No one shows up to investigate, then I'll go back over. I'll crawl under and drag the scooter under there with me. But first, let's go get our bags stuffed under there and hidden away. There they are. It is so busy out here, there's no way that absolutely no one's gonna see me for a few seconds. I'm just hoping no one cares enough.
Todd arrives at a narrow gap beneath 2 trees beside a busy highway. He carefully conceals his scooter and bags before laying out a sleeping mat and tarp. Traffic noise is constant, and the location offers limited cover. He scans the area repeatedly, keeping an eye on passing vehicles and nearby foot traffic. Riding his scooter around the immediate area, he checks nearby dumpsters and observes his surroundings, aware that the exposed setting increases the chance of being noticed.
Ooh, almost knocked the camera over. I brought this camo netting too to cover up the entrance once I get in here. I'm just gonna sit here for a few minutes, make sure no one comes by, and then I'm gonna put the camo netting up, and then we'll walk around outside and do a little stealth test and see how obvious the netting is. It may stand out so much that we're better off without it. I don't know. I'm really not worried about being loud unless someone comes walking by, which is a possibility. I just saw that one guy walking, and that was maybe a mile up the road from me. So yeah, there's such traffic noise and everything that I'm probably gonna have to talk loud actually, just so that you can hear everything. But I'm just gonna chill out for a little bit, and then I'll bring you guys back. am going to go ahead and put up my camo netting. I think I got pretty lucky because there is a street light right across the street from me at Lowe's. So it's not completely dark in here, but I am going to have to turn on a light for a second. I'm just gonna tuck it up in the limbs this way. I don't really want it on the outside of the trees because these are pine trees. So it's not really gonna blend in. I just kind of want it to, like, from a distance, if you looked at this gap, for it to be.
A man appears near the dumpsters and begins speaking with Todd. The conversation is unexpected, and the visitor shares personal stories while lingering in the area. Todd remains calm and reserved, responding cautiously, while monitoring the situation and maintaining awareness of his surroundings.
There we go. Here's what it looks like from the inside. We'll sneak out and get a look from the outside. I don't know how well you guys can see this at all, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn the light on and let you see what it looks like with the light on. Perfect timing too, there are no cars coming. So here's our opening. There's our camo netting. I think it works pretty well. All right, let's get back in here. I brought my smallest tarp I have. This one is what I use for the hammock most times. It barely covers my hammock all the way, honestly. But I'm gonna use this as a ground tarp because I don't have a dedicated ground tarp yet. I will get one though. But this will work just fine for tonight. Ground tarp is down. No more sitting directly on the sticks. This is the first car that came down the side road that's right beside us here. I didn't realize just how close that road was. I mean, it is right there. Look at this scooter. Perfectly hidden under this tree. This is the whole reason I wanted this thing, because it just folds up so small. And it can go in my car. I really like that thing, but I will say, when I have all my gear loaded, like today, I probably have anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds worth of gear in my bag.
The man returns and asks if he can stay nearby. Although the interaction remains verbal and non-confrontational, the request causes Todd to reassess the situation. The lack of privacy and unpredictability of the encounter make the location feel less secure.
Oh my gosh, I knew it. I really didn't think he'd walk this far down. He kept saying, I don't know why I walked down this way. I never walked down this way. I recorded some of the conversation. I don't know what or how much I'm gonna post. A lot of the stuff he was saying would get me restricted on YouTube. He seemed like a good guy. He said he's a veteran of the Iraq War. He just had a lot of, problems like we all do. I felt really bad for him. I tried to give him some food. He didn't want it. He had water with him. Like, we talked for a while, but I made sure, like, I never threatened him or anything like that, but I'm sure he noticed the knife in my hand, like, you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to instigate anything or scare him or anything like that. Just trying to say, hey, don't try anything, you know what I mean? He seemed like a great guy, honestly, but there's just no way I'm staying there now. No way, I can't. I thought about trying to find another spot just to sleep somewhere tonight, but I'm just gonna call it quits on this one, y'all. So angry with myself.
Later, the man moves closer to Todd's concealed camp area. Deciding the risk of remaining outweighs the benefit of staying overnight, Todd quietly packs up and leaves the location without drawing attention, exiting safely. Todd reflects on how unpredictable roadside and urban stealth camping can be. Even carefully chosen spots can become uncomfortable or unsafe due to unexpected human activity. He emphasizes the importance of trusting instincts, remaining flexible, and prioritizing personal safety over completing a camp. Imagine this: no phone signal, no one around, just the forest, and something moving in the distance. Would you stay the night or sprint back to your car without looking back? The next video comes from English Woodsman, a UK-based channel focused on wild and stealth camping, woodland exploration, and practical outdoor adventures. The content centers on real-time experiences, gear use, and authentic reflection on spending extended time in remote forests. It is June 30th, 2024, in Haworth Forest, United Kingdom.
So tonight I'm hammock camping in Haworth Forest, aka Bigfoot Land. That is what the rumours are about this mass location, but part as Bigfoots. Wouldn't that be great if I could get one on camera? And just over there is a very, very angry deer. What me and Paul are doing is we're just sort of looking for some decent spots to camp before we get set up, because if we just go for the first one and then we find out there's problems, then it's going to be a bit of a pain. At the moment the first issue is the tree distances. Paul's got his 4x4 tarp. I think mine's just under 3 meters. Yeah, look at the vast trees. You've got hills over there. You've got cola bottles here from British Army ration pack. I've got some of that food as well. But yeah, you've got to be careful where you put your feet as well. But yeah, so join us in this video as we camp in one of these locations. Oh yeah, and I've got a bit of equipment, trail cameras and night vision binoculars, if I'm saying that right. So we'll be able to see out and about if anything's around. Right, so myself and Paul, we're just having a bit of a walk, see if we can find a better spot to camp. So
Tony and Paul hike deeper into Haworth Forest while searching for a discreet campsite. They move carefully through moss-covered trees and uneven ground, noting signs of wildlife along the way. Carrying hammocks, trail cameras, and night vision equipment, they assess several potential spots near water that remain accessible without being visible from nearby paths. The forest is quiet, and every snapped twig or rustle in the undergrowth draws their attention as they prepare for the night.
Camp. So this video will be longer than normal, what a lot of people have been asking for anyway. This sort of stuff you like to see, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and follow me on YouTube. As always, please give the video a massive thumbs up, it always helps. Right, we'll keep walking, then see what we come across, because all this at the moment is definitely a no-go. So we're deep in part of the condensed forest now, and this looks like a horror film. I'll just show you the moss hanging off the trees, and it's every tree that you can see is covered in the moss. Wow, this looks such like a horror film. And I am seeing some sort of badger marks, maybe what's been digging into the ground a little bit. There's something been going on here. You can see there's a bit of digging going on there. and then there's another one just here. So I'm beginning to think there might be badgers living around here. But at the end of the day, it is their home.
While scouting the area, a large deer suddenly emerges nearby and moves through the surrounding trees. The unexpected encounter causes them to pause and watch closely. The animal's size and proximity stand out in the otherwise quiet woodland, reinforcing how exposed the area feels despite its isolation.
Bag on the shoulders. I'm only camping in there. The cars are just there. We're going to pull them right in later on. You know, pretty close to where we're camping. We keep an eye on them. Yeah, someone comes down, at least we better hear them. It's better than dumping the cars a mile or two away. If what happens, we're not there.
They continue moving through denser sections of the forest as the canopy thickens overhead. Ambient sounds, cracking branches, shifting leaves, and distant movement echo around them, making it difficult to judge what is nearby.
Some Bigfoot noises. More like bloody Tarzan, that, wasn't it? Gorilla, monkey. I would absolutely bob myself if somebody did that back to me now. Why do I sound like a bloody monkey in the zoo? What do Bigfoot sound like now? I don't know, but I can hear myself. Woo!
The deer reappears closer to their chosen camp area. Tony and Paul remain alert, tracking its movement and giving it space as it passes through. The repeated sightings keep tension elevated, even though the behavior appears consistent with wildlife activity.
There we go. Woo! We're over. Look at me acting like it was Grand Canyon. I've just cleared it for the first time in my life. Absolute idiot. So I'm just going.
In a light-hearted moment, Tony imitates exaggerated Bigfoot-style sounds as a joke. The noise echoes through the trees, briefly breaking the tension, while highlighting how sound carries easily through the forest at night.
Banging off each other. Now, one thing I'm gonna say is if it were completely still now, no wind, and you're by yourself here, and then through the night time the wind picks up and them trees start doing that, then you'd be convinced something's around, wouldn't you? So is it a...
With a campsite selected, they hang their hammocks, prepare a small fire area, and position a trail camera to monitor nocturnal wildlife. As darkness sets in, they remain attentive to the surrounding sounds.
I was going to go that way, but I definitely changed my mind. Yeah, previous on the channel I got barged by a deer and it hurt, so there's no way I'm going to be provoking that big thing. And it's a buck, that is not a deer, that is massive. But yeah, this is probably a spot where we can come back.
Wind moves through the canopy, and falling branches and distant animal noises create intermittent disturbances throughout the night. The shifting environment keeps them alert and reinforces how unpredictable forest conditions can be after dark.
Goggles. So I will be using that when it's dark and trying to get it on camera to show you guys. But yeah, I came here and I thought, oh, you know, there's a chance of Bigfoots. And instead, we're getting sort of like circled and stalked by a deer. And it's the same deer, I think, what barked at me earlier. So Rabbit's clearly not happy and it's keeping coming backwards to us. But I don't know. But yeah, it's been around a lot and it's just been standing.
The deer returns once more near the camp. Using night vision equipment, Tony and Paul observe it calmly from a distance, ensuring the animal can pass without interference. Although no unusual creatures are encountered, the combination of wildlife movement, environmental noise, and isolation creates a consistently tense experience. Tony and Paul reflect on how natural forest activity alone can make overnight camping feel intense, highlighting both the challenge and appeal of spending extended time in remote woodland. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The next video comes from the Northwest Wind, a US-based solo adventure and stealth camping channel focused on real-time outdoor experiences. The content includes wilderness and industrial area stealth camping, train spotting, gear testing, and reflective adventure storytelling. It is November 30th, 2023, in Ohio, United States, within a wooded strip of land situated between active railroad lines and nearby industrial areas.
Property for sure. So I'm not concerned about high rail trucks or railroad workers, even an engineer or locomotive. If they saw me, in theory, they could call me in. I'm assuming that's private property, part of the industrial park. It's like at least 20 acres between two industrial parks. Like I said, the main line's kind of split like that. So still want to lay low. It is a very nice and clear night here for Conductor Kevin to eat grilled cheese in the bushes and talk nonsense to his almost 7,000 subscribers on the YouTube. There's a car right there. I think I see people outside. If they see me, they already saw me. Could just be rail fans again, could still be that same guy, but I'm just gonna act like I'm filming. There's no reason for them to think I have a camp here or anything. But I don't want to frolic back into the woods and be all suspicious. But even if they walked up to me right here and did a 360 view, there's absolutely no way they would see or suspect that I'm camped 50 yards that way. Yeah, there's someone walking around over there. Well, technically right now I'm on railroad property. Clouds are insulation, for those of you that don't know. Clouds equal insulation, so it's going to be colder tonight than if it were cloudy. There's another car. Okay, that's a...
Sam carefully moves along the edge of the wooded area between two busy rail lines. He sets up a small bivvy tent, unpacks his sleeping bag, and prepares a simple meal while remaining aware of his surroundings. Cold winter air, frequent train traffic, and the proximity to industrial property keep him attentive as he settles in for the night.
Yep, that's a cop, but he's turning around. All right, hang on. A little fishy. All right, he just left, but that was definitely a cop, 100%. I'm just gonna act like I'm filming trains. He's got his flashlight thing out. I wonder if somebody called me in already. All right, this is sketchy. I'm gonna go get my keys and wallet and then head back over there and act like I was just filming. I might have to abort. I want to walk quick but not run. I don't want them to find my camp. I kept my keys and my wallet in my coat on purpose for this very reason. I knew this was going to be a hot spot because, like I said, crew changes, railroad police. I got to walk back down there. Where did I come in from? Okay. All right. This is bad. Might have to just bail and come back for my stuff tomorrow. This is a bad idea. Yeah, they're over there with lights again. I'm gonna grab my coat and my keys and my wallet and then walk down the tracks, acting like I was just filming. Hang on. Grab my camera batteries and charger too.
While organizing his setup, Sam notices vehicles repeatedly passing through the nearby area. He becomes aware that his presence may have been noticed, prompting him to reassess the situation and remain alert.
Anything else in here that I actually need? No, this is all just camping gear. All right, I think I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna walk back down the tracks. Make sure I have everything. My keys, my wallet, my phone, my camera, charger, and batteries. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I think I'm gonna have to come back for my stuff tomorrow. I don't know who would have called me in, but he circled the block like 3 times and then was shining his light over where I walked in, meaning somebody saw me walk in. Now, let me just hang on. Hello. Yes, can I help you? Hello. I'm actually walking back towards my truck right now. I was walking down the service road filming trains. I'm actually walking back. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm walking down the service road along the tracks right now. I was just setting up my GoPro. I'm out of breath, sorry. I'm literally was turning around and coming back now because it's dark out. I should be at my truck in like 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. Okay, I apologize for the confusion. I'll see you shortly. I'm wearing black snow pants and like a blue overcoat, and I have a blue hat on. Okay, thank you. Okay, that was the police. They called me. They must have run my plate. I parked in a parking lot.
Police arrive and speak with Sam. He calmly explains that he is filming trains and gathers a few personal items, including his camera and phone. The interaction remains controlled and orderly as he follows instructions and avoids drawing attention to his camping setup.
Police, is this Sam? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing parked on blank company's property and you're not at your car? You need to come out from wherever you are right now. We're waiting for you. I said, oh, I was filming trains. Luckily, I happened to be back on that right-of-way road at the time. When I got there, and so I said, I'll see you in a second. I'm walking back now. I was just filming trains. He's like, you're filming what? You're doing what? I'm like, filming trains. I'll be there in 2 minutes. He's like, get here quick. So I get there, and I guess the owner of the company was standing with the police officer. I don't know if you saw or heard. I think I was recording then too. He said that he has hidden cameras, stealth cameras. I didn't see a single camera on the building, and it's an industrial park. There's several businesses there. Assumed it was safe to park there. Mistake. He said that he has hidden cameras because people have been stealing from his business. I guess it's some kind of metal shop when I looked at the sign, so scrap and iron and copper, all that crap. Cop told me, get out of here, don't come back or you'll be arrested. He didn't cite me. He was plenty nice. The owner was cool. I offered to buy him a coffee and whatnot, and I said, I'll get out of here. And I left. So I'm shaken up for sure. I thought at the very least I was gonna get a ticket. He just saw me park there and wondered what I was doing on the camera. My tent is back there, my sleeping bag's back there, my dry bag with the stove and food and trash, everything's still back there in the woods. Another fail. My truck got me busted this time because I parked on private property. I feel like an idiot once again, but I guess that's the risk you take. I don't like interacting with the police. I don't like looking like an idiot, but of course I do. So tomorrow I'm gonna get up and probably on my lunch break, just drive over there, pretend like I'm filming trains again and get my stuff and get out of there. I'll stuff my stuff in my dry bag and just get the hell out. So not a good time. Roast me.
After leaving the immediate area, Sam reflects on what occurred, recognizing that the situation was likely related to parking on private property rather than the campsite itself. He confirms that his gear remains concealed and undisturbed in the wooded area.
Everything was going well. I was set up, tent was set up. I was literally getting ready to lay down. I guess I'm glad that I was aware that somebody was there before they called me or just came back in the woods and found me. I don't know. I feel like an idiot. They didn't see me. I wasn't drawing attention. I was walking on the very, very edge of the right-of-way. So it wasn't railroad related. It wasn't me being unstealthy. Even if I was tucked away far into the woods, my car on that private property that they said have had a lot of theft lately. So basically I got busted because other people are thieves. I know I got busted because I parked on somebody's private property and the owner's highly aware. I can't imagine being a business owner and coming in the next day and someone stole stuff, whatever it might be. So I apologize to all of you for the fail. I apologize to the cop that had to come waste his time, 10 minutes to see what the heck was going on. I'm just very glad that I was on the service road and saw that something was happening and they didn't walk up on me, because illegal camping, they could have thought I was a junkie or a actual hobo or hopping drains. I'm assuming that would have resulted in at least a ticket, if not arrest. My gear, my cameras. I was honestly, I know it sounds petty now that everything's fine. It occurred to me that I was honestly worried they were going to take my camera and my memory card and then I wouldn't even be able to make this video. I don't know what else to say. It happened at the golf course, I think, too, when they saw my car. That was a little more of an obvious parking spot. That was a dumb move, but I thought I was in the clear. Again, it's a business park with several warehouses, and I thought I would be fine to park there. I didn't realize it was one person's property. All those buildings belong to the same guy. So my mistake, it cost me again. I don't know, I'm shaken up. I don't like that. It's not my intention to come out here and get in trouble or be an idiot, but at the same time, things do happen. I appreciate all of you. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of you are gonna say, you shouldn't have parked there. You're 100% right. If I wouldn't have parked there, I would still be there right now. And yeah, so thank you all. I'm sorry for the fail again, but things happen. I'm gonna keep pushing on. Again, I'm gonna have to go back there tomorrow and get all my stuff. I'm gonna do it in the middle of the day and just try and get in there as quick as possible and get out. Maybe I'll try and document that. I feel like I'm better off going back there with a camera than just walking back there. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to look at the Google map tonight and decide how to not be anywhere near that place without leaving my gear out there for several days.
Once clear of the site, Sam considers how best to return during daylight to retrieve his equipment. He reflects on the challenges of stealth camping near industrial zones and private land, emphasizing the importance of understanding boundaries, planning exits, and staying situationally aware. Sam thanks viewers for following along and summarizes the key lessons from the experience. He stresses the value of preparation, discretion, and respecting property limits when stealth camping in sensitive areas. The video ends on a reflective note, treating the night as a learning experience rather than a setback. The woods are full of sounds, but it's footsteps that don't belong that truly rattle us. It's not creatures we fear most. It's the sudden, silent presence of another person, just watching. The next video comes from Brad Comely, a solo adventure and outdoor exploration channel, documenting real-time hikes, personal challenges, and immersive wilderness experiences. The content focuses on rugged trails, long-distance backpacking, and honest reflection on the demands of solo travel. It is December 13th, 2025, in Great Smoky Mountains National Park, United States.
We're a little bit above 50 pounds. Oh, wait. Why did I do this? Why? Tell me. Welcome to the channel. My name is Michael, and I wanted to post a down-to-earth cinematic type story. A lot of things went wrong, and I initially wasn't gonna post this story, but then I realized that that would be against the whole premise of what I was trying.
Michael arrives at the Porter's Trailhead just before sunrise. Fog hangs low over the area, limiting visibility and adding atmosphere as he prepares his heavy 65-liter pack. He reflects briefly on the hike ahead while moving along a quiet roadside section of trail. Early morning stillness, combined with damp ground and drifting fog, sets the tone as he begins the solo trek toward Mount LeConte.
What the do I go around? It is definitely pretty. It's been a struggle though. I got 52 pounds. Definitely feeling it. The shoes, I got them a month ago. I've kind of worn them, so they kind of broke it in. They're getting there, but I can't wait for this view. Without trees in front of it, oh my goodness. And we finally made it to the turn, holy crap. So we're going that way to Mount LeConte, which is 3.6 miles. Oh, we're gonna try to do it in 2 hours maximum. Then we'll be at the very top of this side of the park. There's also the bushy mountain.
The trail steepens and becomes more overgrown, testing Michael's stamina. The weight of his pack and the condition of the trail slow his pace, forcing frequent pauses. He passes other hikers while managing fatigue and staying focused on steady progress rather than speed.
Whoa.
Icy patches and uneven inclines make the final stretch more demanding. Michael reaches the summit visibly tired, reflecting on misjudged pacing and the strain of the climb. Fog obscures much of the surrounding landscape, but the moment still marks a personal achievement after sustained effort.
This is almost full. My pack is filled with pee right now. Home-style chicken noodle casserole. stove. Let me set it up. Oh no. Okay. Nice. Warm meal on the grill. Boil the stream water and then put it in the bag.
As daylight fades, Michael navigates back toward his campsite in low light and cold conditions. He prepares a simple meal near a stream, sets up camp, and settles in for the night. The sequence highlights the practical realities of solo backpacking, including managing energy, warmth, and routine after a long day.
My tent. Woke up, I got a nice little view. Guys, so we're just gonna head back down. The sunrise, it looks nice, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be like super crazy colors. Just the sun coming up. So I'm gonna use this chance of coldness without the sun to warm back up and then put my layers on. Once the sun comes up, I'll shed some layers so then we're not overheated. Oh my God. We have made.
At sunrise, Michael breaks camp, adds extra layers against the cold, and begins a careful descent. The quieter morning offers time to reflect as he retraces the trail, focusing on footing and conserving energy for the return. Michael reflects on the experience, acknowledging the fatigue, planning mistakes, and physical demands of the hike. He emphasizes how perseverance, preparation, and patience made the journey worthwhile. The video closes on the idea that solo backpacking is as much about learning personal limits as it is about reaching summits and taking in the landscape. Some threats are obvious. Others drift silently through the dark, unnoticed until it's far too late. It's those shadowy, unseen forces that haunt us long after the sun comes up. The next video comes from Unknowns in the Forest 2, a UK-based channel documenting nighttime forest exploration and solo outdoor travel. The content focuses on real-world environments, natural sounds, and the mental challenges of moving through remote woodland alone. It is August 2nd, 2025. In the United Kingdom, within a remote woodland characterized by dense trees, steep terrain, fog, and waterlogged ground.
But the other camera, ooh, you see the fog? But the other camera, I don't want to bring that out and put it on the pod because of the rain. I figured, wait a minute, something was sleeping in here. Could be deer. Oh my gosh, mosquitoes, come on. Why am I here? Can't stand this. So I like coming out in fall. Yeah, I gotta watch where I'm going or I'm gonna fall right on my ass. I'm out here by myself. Rain washed this away. This looks like a hill right here. And went in the water that or hill there and up. I can't. I'm not good with. I'm sinking. walking right in a ditch of nothing but water. Come on, mosquitoes. That loop. Yeah, and tomorrow morning it's supposed to come down really hard. I've been praying that it does not come down until I pack my stuff up. And then
The adventurer moves carefully through rainy, fog-covered woodland. Saturated trails slow progress, while fallen branches, spiderwebs, and uneven ground require constant attention. Mosquitoes swarm persistently, adding discomfort and urgency. Large deer tracks and flattened patches of ground suggest recent wildlife activity in the area. Raindrops, distant rustling, and shifting fog draw the vlogger's focus repeatedly as visibility worsens and the forest begins to feel increasingly isolated.
then it go rain after I pack my stuff up. I don't know which way to go. There's all sticker.
A sudden snapping sound is heard nearby, causing the adventurer to stop and listen. The noise appears to come from just off the path, prompting heightened awareness as they scan the surrounding trees.
Yeah. Okay, which way am I going? Man. Well,
Continuing forward, the vlogger carefully navigates a narrow section blocked by logs and thick undergrowth. Waterlogged soil and debris make footing unstable, forcing slow, deliberate movement.
snap. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm better off just not coming here.
Another snapping sound echoes through the forest. The adventurer pauses again, aware of wildlife movement in the area. Combined with rain, fog, and limited visibility, the sound adds to the sense of tension created by the environment. Despite the difficult conditions, the adventurer continues cautiously through the woodland. Muddy terrain, insect activity, and frequent animal signs serve as reminders of how unpredictable remote forests can be after dark. The video highlights the mental strain and heightened awareness involved in solo nighttime exploration, leaving the experience grounded in natural uncertainty rather than clear explanation. Before the next clip, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from Phantasma House Paranormal, a UK-based channel documenting nighttime exploration of forests, houses, and abandoned locations often associated with local folklore. Their content focuses on real-time reactions, handheld equipment, and the atmosphere of isolated environments after dark. It is May 25th, 2020, in the United Kingdom, within a remote woodland location.
Look at these rocks, all gone a bit Blair Witch.
Had a YouTube, so finally made it into the woods. It's been raining for quite a while, but stopped. Got soaking wet feet already, but here I am. Gonna check it out, try a bit of a
The investigator enters the forest at night under rainy conditions, noting the darkness, limited visibility, and isolation of the area. As they move deeper into the woodland, they prepare basic investigation equipment, including a spirit box and an EMF detector, before pausing to listen to the surrounding environment.
Spirit box session. I can't keep hearing things. I guess that's just I guess that's just animals. But anyway, yeah, quick spirit box session. There's supposed to be a horseman that haunts here. There's supposed to be a deer with a human face, which would be really cool to see, but I actually don't know if I want to see it. Daytime would be nicer, but I mean, if he wants to show up, I'll say hi to him and then run. Okay. Super creepy. Okay.
The spirit box is switched on, producing intermittent static and faint sounds. Some noises appear consistent with wildlife or environmental movement, though the investigator remains alert and attentive to changes in the soundscape as they continue monitoring the area.
Why are you still here? Why have you not crossed over? You say is any. Can you say that again? Are you still here because you like it here? Why did you not want to go? Okay, it's the same female. And the side of the park, there's a side of the woods, there's a...
The EMF detector shows brief spikes, and battery performance becomes inconsistent. The investigator reacts cautiously, acknowledging the readings without drawing conclusions and continuing to observe how the equipment behaves in the damp conditions. Moving further through the woodland, remnants of old structures and scattered stones become visible, suggesting past human activity in the area. Faint audio from the spirit box continues in the background, adding to the sense of isolation as the investigator pauses to listen and assess their surroundings.
Do you have a last message for me? Any last words before I go?
A final period of monitoring takes place using the spirit box. Low-level audio responses are heard through the static, but no clear source can be identified. With conditions unchanged, the session is brought to a close. After concluding the investigation, the explorer reflects on the experience, noting how rain, darkness, and solitude contributed to the atmosphere. While no definitive explanations are found for the equipment behavior or sounds, the night highlights how remote woodland environments can feel unsettling after dark. The video ends with the experience left open to interpretation rather than resolution. Thanks for watching. If those 6 encounters rattled you, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more creepy content every week. The next mystery might be even darker than this one.